Oh, hello counselor. 안녕하세요. There's that. Before that I was on Star King a couple times because I ate spicy foods. Or get married to a Korean. I've gotten jobs because I wasn't a jerk. Be prepared to work 70 hours a week.
안녕 알렉.
Hello. How's it going?
뭐? 오늘은 나는 한국어 모드.
Hi everybody. I'm Alex and I'm currently a radio DJ and part-time TV personality here in Korea. And I also am a very good drunk actor in her previous video.
알렉스는 어느 나라 사람이죠?
I'm American.
한국에 언제 왔어요?
It was 2009, so about almost 8 years ago.
와, 진짜 오래됐네.
Yeah, I'm old. Well, I came here after a trip that I took through Asia with my professor, and we went through China, Korea, Japan, and I decided I wanted to come back to Asia, so he told me about teaching English. And I just searched online and found a recruiter and applied and became a teacher at a middle school the next year. I graduated and came right here.
그러면은 선생님 먼저 시작을 한 거죠?
Right. That's kind of the entryway into Korea for a lot of people. Nowadays, a lot of people do school, like go to a language academy or something, but the other way, if you don't have money when you graduate, is you become an English teacher. And it gets your foot in the door, and then you can do other things once you're here and you meet people, stuff like that.
그 다음에 또 어떤 잡을 가졌었어요?
So I taught English for 3 years at the middle school, and then I went to grad school and studied international studies, got my master's degree, and while I was getting my master's degree, I met somebody, so it was a friend of a friend who happened to be a worked for a talent agency, and she recommended me to some jobs, and I started doing a little bit of radio work, a little bit of TV work, and yeah. So since about halfway through my stay in Korea and about halfway through my grad school, I started doing TV and radio.
그러면 친구 소개로 이렇게 했던 거구나.
Yeah, but actually she didn't recommend me until she saw my YouTube videos because she didn't think I could speak Korean. So that's kind of the way that I got in, is that she saw my YouTube videos and realized I could speak Korean and was like, oh, we can put you on this stuff. Go do stuff.
그러면은 이제 외국 친구들 중에 이렇게 한국에 와서 일을 하고 싶어하는 사람들이 되게 많은데 어떻게 하면 그분들이 직업을 좀 쉽게 찾을 수 있을까요?
It depends on what job you want to do. My recommendation is, now there's a new rule in Korea, anyone from any country, if you speak English, can teach English. Doesn't matter where you're from. So come here as an English teacher, and then you get two things. One, you can find out if you like Korea. Maybe you won't even, a lot of people leave, they can't take the food. And then you also get your foot in the door to find other jobs in Korea, because you have to make connections if you want to work in Korea outside of English teaching. All of my jobs, every single one of them right now, is because I've made connections, networking. So you come here as an English teacher, or whatever, or as a language student is another great way to do it, and then start making connections. Find people in the field that you're interested in. YouTubing, be a YouTuber and then meet people through that field. There's a ton of YouTubers who have their hands in a lot of different places. I got a couple of my friends a job as a guest on my radio show, and I've gotten jobs because I did a YouTube video with other people. So come here dedicated, make connections, network, and be a good friend. I mean, don't just use people.
미국에서 일하는 거랑 한국에서 일하는 거랑 어떤 차이점이 있나요?
Definitely the business culture. The main thing is the culture, the work culture. So the amount of respect you show your bosses. The biggest problem that Americans face, and that I faced and I've messed up so many times, is understanding the subtleties, the nuances. So when they don't say no, but they mean it. They mean your idea really sucks and don't do it. But they kind of hint at it. An example of that is I was at my grad school. I was president of student council, and I would keep suggesting this end of the year dinner at this nice restaurant, and the professor would keep saying, "Come back with a slightly different, better idea. It's good, but come back." And so we actually went all the way through with it because they didn't tell me no, and then we lost the deposit on it because eventually they said no. They all right, no, Alex, you're done. You stop. So you gotta learn the nuances of Korean etiquette. Learn the language, and you'll be fine. But you gotta learn the language and learn about Korean manners. Other things is you work a lot. A lot.
그러면 이 방송 쪽, 지금 라디오 쪽에서 이렇게 일을 하고 있는데 일반적인 직장과는 다르잖아요.
Yeah.
라디오에서 일하는 건 어떤 식으로 일을 하는지 좀 말해줄 수 있어요? 하루에 몇 시간?
Oh man.
어떤 것들을 하는지?
Well, there's like 3 different levels, and I've created this middle level right now that you'll see. The first level is you're a kind of a guest of a program. Maybe you come on once a week, maybe you shoot in the field if you're on TV, and it doesn't take that long. You have an hour to prepare your script, come in a few minutes early, go on the show, and you leave. Really easy. The top level, the best level to be at is a host or a presenter on TV every day. You come in a little early if you're in TV, you come in to do makeup beforehand. You prep, but then you're done. You know, maybe if you're doing radio, it could be 4-hour days. And actually a lot of people have 2 jobs at different stations. So a lot of people do it that way. I'm in a weird situation where I happen to host and produce and write for my own show. So I've spent 17 hours there at one day, just, yeah. But it's about 6 hours a show to produce, and I make 7 shows a week.
Wow.
On just that one radio job. And then I guest on another program twice a week. And the TV job's easier.
방송 쪽에서 일하고 싶어 하시는 분들이 또 되게 많은데 어떻게 하면 그쪽에서 일을 할 수가 있을까요?
It's a little bit harder now than when I started, but you've got to build up a resume and portfolio. And I did that through YouTube. This is great. This is an awesome way to get some experience speaking Korean, practice Korean in front of a camera. You need to go to events, you gotta go to parties and meet people because, like I said earlier, like all of my jobs are because I know somebody or I met somebody or I'm friends with somebody. There is no job that I can say I hustled and applied for and handed my resume and they said, this is great, let's try you out. I have jobs because of the friends I've made, YouTube, radio, TV, exercise friends of mine that we go to the gym and work out. So if you want to get into radio, TV, you've got to meet people. You've got to be here. That's why you have to be here. That's why becoming a teacher first, just so you can get your footing in Korea, becoming a teacher first is not a bad idea. Or grad student, whatever.
이 한국에서 이렇게 일을 할 때 가장 어렵다라고 느껴지는 부분이 어떤 거예요? 가장 힘들다. 뭐 language or
Well, the language is, you have to learn the language. You don't have to survive, but if you want to be as successful as you want to be in whatever field, especially radio, TV, even if you're in English radio programming, the producers and the writers often speak Korean, so that's the hardest. Like, just learning Korean for someone who speaks a Germanic or Latin-based language. For me, swallowing my pride and just nodding my head yes when somebody above you speaks, it's something that I don't like to do, but I usually just keep my mouth shut because, yeah, you should. Don't be that guy or that woman who speaks up against their boss in front of everyone else. You will be crushed. I've gotten jobs because I wasn't a jerk. That's really it. Like, one friend didn't know when to shut up and lost his job, and then be aware of this culture that you're in. That includes work, includes YouTube.
비자 문제 같은
Oh, sorry, that's the hardest part. That's the worst part. So you need that F visa or an E visa. E visa is you're working, I think it's an E6 or an E7 is entertainment visa, but you've got to get sponsored by an entertainment talent agency. I didn't, I got the F2 visa, which is based on a point system. So I had to, if you want the F visa, you got to plan, you got to study a lot, take the right classes, learn Korean, have a job, and just calculate the amount of points you need and how long it's going to take. That's the most worthwhile way, and that's actually why I have all my jobs right now in TV and radio, because they don't have to deal with e-visas, and it allowed me to not have jobs for a certain period of time while I was looking for it, rather than living in Korea. But yeah, or get married to a Korean. I would say half of the people in entertainment are married to a Korean, because that's how, you get the F visa and you start working and you get your foot in the door.
나 한국에서 일하고 싶어하는 그런 친구들에게 해줄 수 있는 조언 같은 거?
There's 2 things you gotta do. One is be here, exist, do the networking, get out there, meet people, talk to anybody. send a message on Instagram to someone that you admire, you trust, you follow, whatever. And then the other thing is Korean. You can sit here and sit in Itaewon and complain about not getting jobs because your boss is horrible or whatever, but half the time it's because someone doesn't speak Korean or get those nuances. Learn Korean. It changes the way people treat you. What happens is when you speak Korean, Koreans appreciate, maybe, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but Koreans appreciate the fact that you're trying, you're learning, and struggling through the language. And so you instantly build trust just by acknowledging or by kind of accepting or embracing the language, starting with the language, and then the food and all that stuff too. But
그 다음에 이제 월급 같은 게 미국하고 한국하고 비교했을 때 어디가 더 많이 주나요?
you get a lot less money in Korea, but I save a lot more money in Korea at the same time. So American system is a little messed up in that our healthcare is expensive. We have to have a car. There's no choice. You know, you have to have a car to get around. Korea, you don't need a car, and if you you can do taxis if you want to, and that's even cheaper sometimes. Like, I just save a lot more money in Korea than my brother does. My brother has a higher paying job in the States. But if you want to make more money, be prepared to work 70 hours a week. Just saying. You can do it, you can hustle, but 70. My situation's stupidly unique in that I don't work with an agency, so I went and got all the jobs through my connections. But in order to progress up in the radio world, there wasn't an opening for just a host, but there was an opening for a host and a producer and a writer. So I could have waited another 2 years to see if there was another host opening, or I could take that job that crushed my social life. And I decided I don't need a social life, it's cool. Oh, TV?
TV? 어떤 거 나왔었죠? 누가 그때 댓글에 그때 누가 남겼었어?
Oh, hello counselor. 안녕하세요. There was that. Before that, I was on Star King a couple times because I ate spicy foods. having a weird talent helps get in the door too. Like, I ate spicy foods and put it on my YouTube channel, and they found me that way. So yeah, be creative with social media, because all the writers, everyone out there has seen my video and any other foreigner who has probably above 1,000 subscribers. They've all, like, every time that I've talked to them, or my friends have talked to them, they'll be like, oh, you should check out my other friend, Mike or whatever. It's like, oh, we already saw Mike. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, we saw his YouTube channel, is whatever. So that is how in Korea and in Korean media, they find a lot of applicants, is they just comb through social media and they try and find you. Hopefully that helps.
오늘 이렇게 와서 이야기해줘서 고맙고요.
Oh no, it was fun. I'm glad to be here.
알렉스 채널 한번 들어가 한번 봐주시고 재밌는 영상들 많으니까 봐주시고 네, 그럼
Alright, see you.
What we do here is go back.